another minute or two, just finishing with the person that you're working with, and then we're going to go into stretch.
Yes. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go.
There you go. That's it. And again, nice breath in.
You can see this hip flexion each time as well.
And as you breathe out, start to let go.
That has a lot to do with that. I used to dance what like a lovely dancer.
Can you feel how you're holding? Up here. So you know,
I find it really.
yeah, you're letting go and Joe's touching there. So you want to see you're still holding here.
Just noticed when we were doing this how tight
Feel that couples yeah. I mean, as Pilates teachers, there's a lot of holding going on. You know, we all go around everyone saying to me, look how hard it is to go into my belly. You know, that sense that, you know, we do tighten a lot through here. And it's really important for us to breathe, you know, right down to that pubic bone, like this whole area expands and release to create space in there. Hydrate again, do all that. Well, they're great pictures, isn't it? Yeah. Some stretches. So I'm going to just kind of break these down, I think. Let's look at the three kind of pelvic ones first. So, gluteal stretches. I'm just going to do a classic gluteal stretch. So I want you to bend both knees and put your feet onto the floor for me, Charlotte and I. So we're all familiar with that type of movement. So somebody who's got a lot of kind of holding around the pelvis, so say somebody who has got sciatica type pain, once they're there, checking on their pelvis to make sure that their pelvis is level. So yeah, there's no hitching from side to side, so there's no shortening in the trunk on either side. You also don't want that rocking of the pelvis. So once again, making sure that the pelvis is level. We've dorsiflexed the flex foot, and then just gently pressing in. Yeah. Are we feeling it now? Yeah. And just feeling the stretch that they feel, but once again, making sure that they're not holding in the hip flexors. I mean, Charlotte's doing this beautifully. Now this is quite a nice way of isolating it, because often when people lie on their back, when they bring the knee into the chest, they then go into their lumbar spine. So they don't isolate it and keep the pelvis into a neutral position. They start to roll the pelvis back into posterior tilt. So we're isolating where the pelvis is, and then we can focus on just into the glutes. So she's crossing the leg over. First, can she tolerate this? And then she's going to pivot forwards from her hips and lean forwards and smile. Once again, you often see people flex their back. Do it badly for me, Charlotte? Not good. Beautiful. So we're going to do basically a hip opener, a hip flexor stretch. And what I want you to do is hold behind your thighs for me. Then we're going to put the left foot on the floor for me, Charlotte. Always really important that they break it down, because commonly they'll straighten their leg, long lever. So we're thinking about allowing this hip to open here and that creating that space. And the visualization I often give to people is imagine that they have a lung in their hip. And they're breathing into that area, and as they breathe out, they're just letting go. So it's very much like, so just, does it feel tighter on this side? Yeah. So, you know, even though Charlotte looks like she's got loads of range, deep down, that kind of dynamic movement within her tissues, now we've taken into a long lever, is suddenly become, there's a block there, they're feeling the block, and this is what we're doing, we're trying to open up that block and free it up and rehydrate it so everything can start moving again. Breathing, you're all used to doing lateral breathing and holding your bellies. You're not used to letting go. And don't forget, these people have been holding, so we need them to let go. We don't want them to hold anymore. We're trying to free their bodies up, rehydrate their bodies, free up their chain of movement before we can go and do anything classic. You know, it's breaking it down to the fundamentals. Yeah. So it depends on the person, but sometimes if they want severe, it's not necessarily what they need solidly for. So you've all done hamstring stretches. Keep that bent for a moment. So once again, getting that sense of where it should be in space. So maybe to start with, we would bend the knee. Okay. What we want to make sure is that the buttock and the tailbone is down. And then I'll get you to drop your tailbone down to my foot. And I just want to come into this hip. And I want that to release down, yeah? So we want it to be coming from the hip, we don't want it to be coming from the lumbar. So do it incorrectly for me, Charlotte, and bring that. Can you see what happens? Her bum is lifted, she's shortened on her right side, which we know she shouldn't do more of, and she's tilted the pelvis back and distorted everything. So we want the you can, it's isolating it now, isn't it? So I've let this relax, get that go soggy for me, and getting her to isolate on here. So then slowly take that in. See, we're limited. She ain't going any further without face pulling. Yeah, cheating and face pulling. Do the other side just to even you up. So does that make sense? So we've got 3 stretches there. We've got the gluteal stretch, lying on our back, or you could do it sitting. We tried sitting on different things. The hip flexor we did with a